Good morning. This is Linda Morris, and today I'm going to talk about quite the shock I had a couple of weeks ago. So I was leaving an appointment, and it was raining, and I was going out the back door of a business in an unknown area, and I was kind of moving fast because it was really starting to rain, and I was on asphalt, and I had some really nice dress shoes. They had leather soles on them. And I was hurrying. That's a phrase that's been common in my life, is the word rushing, hurrying, gotta fly, things like that. And all at once, my feet just slid out from under me, and I fell flat on my back. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fine. I just get up, which is what we always say. And at first, I couldn't. I'm like, maybe I'm not okay. So anyway, it took me a couple minutes. I finally got to my car, ran into my friend. She's like, you are as white as a ghost. And I really couldn't put pressure on my right leg. I'm like, uh-oh, I am not ready for this. So anyway, I got myself home, and I called a friend that came over to help me because my friend Heather in New York said, you need help. And I did. I'm not somebody that really likes to ask for help. But, you know, it's amazing. If you ask for friends' help, they will be there right away. And my friend Donna came over. And I am going to show you some of the products that she helped me get into and on my body to help my body do what it's supposed to do. The body's designed to heal itself. You know, if you get a little paper cut, chances are that's going to repair itself pretty rapidly. Might hurt for a few days, but it'll get there. So I'm going to show you what I used, and I'm just going to share my screen because this was quite the shocking experience to my body. I did not expect to go wiping out on asphalt, walking across it in the rain. Just made me that awareness that, okay, maybe it is time for me to stop rushing and stop flying. Well, to appointments anyway, or to the car. So anyway, I'm going to share my screen. And we are going to go right on to Nikken's website because it's thanks to these products, I believe, that I recovered so quickly. And first things first, my whole body was shaking. I was shivering. And my friend Donna was very concerned because she's like, you have to stop shivering and shaking. Otherwise, your body's going to be in more spasm. Your back's going to hurt even worse. So I was actually on my Nikken sleep system, which this is the Nikken sleep page here. So I was on my king size mattress topper. I had my pillows. I had my Dreamlight comforter I was covered in, and I was still shaking. So I said, you know, I really need to get into Nikken's thermal wear, comfort wear. That's what we'll call it. And we have them currently. Normally we don't have them in the summer. Usually it's a wintertime product, but here in Florida, actually, I call it pajamas and comfort wear. So here they are. I'm going to shrink down this little picture so you can see them. This is technology. It's like putting on a nice big hug. It is so soft, so cuddly. And it has technology that is soothing and just relaxing. And it helped me get rid of that achiness. So like I said, it's like having a big warm hug. And there is technology in here. This ceramic viscose fiber is part of the magic. So it's kind of a NASA technology. NASA has invented all these different amazing things. And the beauty is that just about anybody can take that technology and use it. And Nikken has done that on many, many, many of our products. So I put on this thermal wear here in Florida in June because I knew the comfort that it was going to give my body. So that's the first thing I did. And then, see this CM cream right here? This CM complex cream, I call it the magic cream. I put it on everything. Aches, discomforts, discolorations, like when you do fall. you start to turn black and blue, this is a great thing to put on there. You can put it on the mosquito bites, anything, you put it on. So we put this on my whole lower back, around my hip, actually into my groin area, because all of that was hurting, actually all the way down my leg. So we started off covering my body in that. And then, let's see, where did we go next? Where is the duct tape? No, you know what we did before that? Because I couldn't stop shaking, and my friend Donna was very concerned about that. I told her to go get the Kenkotherm Cocoon, which was in my living room under the, it's an end table. This looks like a sleeping bag, doesn't it? It is a sleeping bag. However, it unzips to become like a queen-size comforter. It is so plush and soft and cozy in the inside. It's just crazy. It's only $164 for this amazing technology. I'm just going to read what it does. For sleep, warmth, or relaxation, the Kenkotherm Cocoon offers compact convenience. Open it up and you have a queen-size bed comforter that you can either lay on top of or under. I've now tried it both ways in the last week because it is magical. A travel blanket or wrap for outdoor activities. Zip it closed for snug sleeping bag. The Kenkotherm Cocoon is a portable expression of the unparalleled Kenko sleep experience. Talk about another hug. This is so cozy and comfortable, especially with that nice plush interior. It features 16 700 Gauss magnets in a space configuration that's like the energy of the earth, designed to replicate the magnetic field in our natural environment. When used as a sleeping bag, it completely envelops the sleeper. New heavy-duty industrial strength zipper, and it has elastic straps to keep the bag rolled up or to carry. Now, let's see, so it has the magnetic technology, that polyester microfiber that is so plush, 100% tourmaline infused polyester fiber. Tourmaline is a gem. In fact, I have a lot of beautiful 18-karat gold rings that have, there's the rainbow tourmaline, there's green tourmaline, and it's pink tourmaline. And they have amazing health benefits. In fact, you might want to just Google that and see all the health benefits you can get from tourmaline. If they mention it online, they probably do. You know, this is also like a great big hug. It also has that same technology that is in the comfort wear. You know, it really helps with that discomfort and that achiness and that uncomfortableness. And I just have to say, it was so magical. And Donna put it on top of me, and I still was shaking. Still couldn't stop that shaking. That happens when you have a very big surprise happen. And I said, you know what? I think I have to be wrapped in it. So I have it above and below. And I was not moving very easy at all. I don't think I've had such a hard time moving. And I was making all types of sounds. In fact, my friend Heather that's on right now, she heard some of them and she's like, oh my, you need to call somebody. So it's Heather is the one that told me, you need help. Once I was inside of the comforter, even though it was unzipped, it was above and below me. Within 60 seconds, my body calmed down. The shaking went away. And I was able to take a breath and calm down. And then I was able to tell Donna what else I needed and what else to find for me. And she was so amazing. She was my angel nurse that day. We got the Kenkotherm duct tape. I told her where it was at. It's amazing how I knew exactly where everything was too. She was pretty impressed with that. The Kenkotherm duct tape, she actually took off like 18 to 20 some inch pieces and taped up all that area on my back that was really hurting. And then she did one that went across the back also, just as I'd seen in a kinesio taping class. So this duct tape is not just kinesio tape, it actually has the technology in the tape. So that's what makes it so unique. It's 100% cotton, but once again, it has some of those magic ingredients in here that are proprietary to Nikken. Comforts stress muscles and joints, promotes greater freedom of movement. Wear Kenkotherm duct tape when exercising or under clothing. The stretchable, thin profile and flexible cotton composition afford all-day comfort. It can be cut to any length with consistent adhesion from end to end. Kenkotherm duct tape is also designed to work well with the Nikken Kenko Power Chip or the Power Mini, holding the disc in place where desired. So this is more than kinesio tape. It actually has technology in the tape. I just ordered another 7-pack, 7 rolls for 90 bucks. In fact, I told a chiropractor I saw this week about that, and he's like, wow, I can't buy regular kinesio tape. What I have to tell you here for a moment is this was a hard fall, and I had no black and blue marks anywhere on my body. Now, I'm not always paying attention. I'm always getting a bruise here on my arm or on my knee or my leg. And like, somebody might say, where'd that come from? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Probably ran into something. Not really paying attention. I didn't have any of those marks. That's just unheard of. That is so unheard of. Now, I also had 3 of the Magflexes, 2 on my back and actually 1 in my front hip groin area. I had 3 of these on. I left the duct tape on actually 3 or 4 days. Then I changed it out to put more CM cream on, waited a little bit more, and re-duct taped everything. So I had quite the combination of things that I was using. Also, my wrist. This was not looking very good. In fact, it was starting to swell. So right away, I got one of the Nikken Kenkotherm wrist wraps on and the Power Mini, the Power Chip. My mom Belva makes the little covers that has the Velcro so it doesn't slide around. So here is the Power Chip. But I put it in here and then I put it exactly where I wanted it to be on my wrist. And I left it. This didn't turn color either. Another amazing thing. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen again to show you what else I was using. Let me just click on, I probably can just click on all of rest and relaxation because I believe I was using just about everything. I definitely had the CM cream on. Let's see, I always have bracelets on. I was under my comforter. The Mag Duo, I was using that actually on my front groin muscle. That was easy to reach. Like I said, I had 3 of these Magflexes. They're 5x7. They're flexible, thin. They're only 50 bucks. I mean, it's good to have an extra one around, I can tell you that much. I definitely had my custom pillowcase on my custom pillows. I had, I think, 3 of those on the bed. In fact, I had one under my knees. For a while, I had a necklace on. My cat was on the pet bed. I had a wrist power band on. I definitely had a few power chips on my wrist. Let's see, I slept with my sleep mask. And all of these things I just use every single day. I had 2 wrist wraps on because I already had a wrist issue on my other wrist. So I looked like Wonder Woman with my 2 wrist wraps on. I had the Kenkotherm elbow wrap on my right elbow because I skinned my elbow. So I had to put a couple Band-Aids on that. And, you know, that is almost completely gone. It's only been 2 weeks yesterday. There's my wrist wrap. My Cocoon, I have a whole new appreciation for that Cocoon. I did not use it. Now I've noticed because laying on my back or rolling over in bed still has a lot of discomfort with the muscles. And my friend Heather told me, you're not sleeping in the Cocoon. I'm like, well, I did the first night, but I thought that was just helping with that super duper surprise. She's like, no, you should sleep in it. So I've actually had the Cocoon out on my bed. And I've been sleeping in it like a sleeping bag. And there were 3 nights that I really didn't sleep. I even went out to the couch one night and slept in the Cocoon, not thinking, take the Cocoon to bed. So The last couple nights I've had the Cocoon on my bed and I've been sleeping in it. And you know what? It looks like it'd be too hot for Florida. It isn't. It's just amazing. And I've also been making sure that I wear the Kenkotherm comfort wear bottoms. Usually I just wear the top. In fact, I'd love to have a night shirt. But right now I've just been wearing the top and the bottom. I turned down the temperature in my house. It's at 75 or 76, which isn't outrageous. But I want to make sure that I'm able to sleep in my technology, because sleep is the only place your body repairs. That's the whole purpose of sleep. So I'm doing my best to help my body recover rapidly, because I really want to get back to my normal life and ballroom dancing. The Kenko Touch, I use this a lot. It's amazing technology. It's a pulsed magnetic field. This is the third generation of this device, and originally it was, I think it was over $500, and now it's only $256. It's rechargeable, so you just plug it in, you turn it on, you can actually pulse it faster or slower. It's a great video on it, but it's a pulsed magnetic field. And it also has the other technologies in it also. So you see the ferrite magnets, the ceramic reflective fibers, light emitting diodes, which is the energy. That's a great energy to have also. So that's on a timer. So I was just using that for a while on my low back, and then also on my groin muscle and on my side. My friend Barbara Bertucci came over and gave me the Mag Creator rollout, rolling this up and down my spine for about 15 or 20 minutes. That just kind of realigned everything that got just a little bit shocked out of place. I did have the socks on too. You know, the Kenkotherm technology is just so comforting. We want it on every part of our body. And you have it, you got to use it. There is no point doing anything else. Another product I really want to highlight that I'm grateful, so grateful that I've been using for, I'm not even sure how many years, 8 or 10 years, is this Bone Health Pack. The Osteodenx, the Caldense, and the Lactoferrin Gold. This is our bone health pack. So this is bioreplenishment of the bones and joints, and also bioreplenishment for your gastrointestinal tract. So it's really helping your body do what it's designed to do, and needs a little help remembering, because as we get older, some of these things get a little sluggish. Drink it with my Nikken Mag water. Because this was such a hard fall, I was really afraid that if I had an x-ray, it was going to show that there were some lines in there that I wasn't going to be happy about seeing. And I thought this was going to be a long recovery. I waited 3 days to get the x-ray, just because I know sometimes those lines don't show up right away. And, you know, I did come home and look in the mirror, and like I said, there weren't any discolorations in the area. There was no bleeding in that area. So I waited 3 days and I had the x-ray, and you know what? It was all clear. It was normal. That's a good time. That's a good thing to be normal about, is when you have x-rays. Can't say enough about this. This is prevention. This is a big deal, prevention. You know, because these things happen, and they happen so fast that you just don't expect it, right? So to be able to take a fall like that and not hurt myself for then like 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 weeks, that's a major gift. I also want to talk a little bit about a couple other things that I take in the nutrition. Oh, actually, it's the thing right below here. The joint complex. Because, as they said, I actually have like a soft tissue injury is what they, you know, I do have, you know, if you press on that one spot in the middle of my low spine, it's just still a little tender. So it takes a little time for that to happen. The Siaga, oh my gosh, I've been taking that a couple times a day, because I've heard from a lot of friends that really, you know, getting those extra nutrients in your body to help it to do its job. I do take the cleanse and detox, because there were a few days there that I was taking some ibuprofen, So I want to make sure my liver is being cleansed and detoxed every day. Has its support. The Kensen joint, the high point potency CM, cetyl myristoyl complex in Kensen joint is an advanced formulation that nutritionally supports collagen, bone, and connective tissue repair. This formula has a high concentration of cetyl myristoyl and combines this with glucosamine, methylsulfathamine, oh, that's a good word, and compounds with the boswellia plant, which has been used in Ayurvedic and other complementary practice. Cetyl myristoyl possesses natural surfactant and lubricant properties in support of smooth joint movement by the real deal. That's also those ingredients that are in the CM cream that you use externally on your body. Let's see, hand digestion I use all the time, lactoferrin gold, of course the meal replacement. You know, when you're in a lot of discomfort, you really do not feel like cooking. You really don't even feel like eating. But I did make sure I was having my vital balance, and in the first couple days, I had that actually a couple times a day. I did have amazing friends that came over and made me dinner, and we watched a movie. So it was quite the interesting experience. And let's see, the green cymes. I didn't talk about the jade green cymes. That is also used for when you're having discomfort or stress. It helps your body. It just really makes a big difference. And I was doing this 2 or 3 times a day. And I was using a larger scoop than I normally did. Called Nature's Perfect Food. Barley grass is said to have more nutrition than an equal serving of any other vegetable. The barley grass in organic jade green cymes is beneficial in helping balance pH, supporting a strong immune system, and assisting in maintaining blood glucose levels that are already in the normal range. And it's made with organic barley grass and our proprietary blend of organic acacia and our organic pearl barley seed extract powder. It's kosher and vegan certified. USDA organic. It is gluten-free, detoxifying for circulatory and colon health, supports skin elasticity to help prevent the signs of aging. So when you fall, you need that skin elasticity. Natural pH regulation to influence the body's acid-alkaline stability. Jade green cymes is fresh, has a clean taste and full balance of enzymes provided by organically sourced green barley grass, packaged at the peak of freshness, occasional slight variation in color. It's a nice grass. It's not a potent one that you have a hard time with. It's actually really nice, and I was actually just mixing it in the Siaga Superfoods juice that tastes. I think it tastes kind of like grape juice or pomegranate. Some people say prune, but I think it's a lot better than prune. But that is my story that I wanted to share today, because let's hope that doesn't happen anymore. Now I'm calming down, slowing down, paying attention, no more rushing in the rain. Water's good. But I'm just amazed how quickly my body is recuperating, and the fact that I did not get black and blue anywhere. I didn't have any lines in that x-ray. I'm so thrilled and so very grateful. And I want to thank a lot of you on the call, especially Heather. Heather's the first person I called on the way home. I don't think you ever heard me sound like that before. So anyway, that's
and you told me what was happening to you. You told me you were probably in shock, and I agreed. And I asked you to actually stop the car because I was really concerned about you. And we talked all the way home, and then I can't remember what we did. I just said to lay down, and you had to get some Nikken technologies on you and around you. And yeah, I love the Cocoon too. I've slept in it for almost 2 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, every day. It makes me feel good. and I do have it on top of my bed, and I have it on the couch. So I do have it on a Nikken mattress on one of them, and on my couch I have a Nikken seat, a Kenko seat. So
Oh yeah, that too.
yep, yep. I find that my seat goes with me as my travel sleep system. And I take my Cocoon, I take my seat, and I take a travel pillow. And I'm all set. I can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So grateful for everything and this wonderful Nikken family.
Yay. I think about that with all the chaos in the world and all the chaos in our bodies. And I think about where I was, it's almost 10 years now. Can't believe all that time has gone by since I was paralyzed, since I was in agony from neck to toes and not able to move because all of my body was inflamed. And I kind of say my body revolted.
Yeah, it did.
It just said, I'm not doing this anymore.
It went on strike. I'm glad it went off strike after you started treating it differently and searching for soothing, rejuvenating
I think
answers.
that was how I found Nikken, really, because I'd been introduced to it years before, but I didn't really require it. And I didn't think about preventative because I just didn't think of that. I was in the healthcare field and surrounded by nurses and doctors and nursing homes and hospitals and people with all kinds of issues. So I really wasn't looking because I saw that there was a system already.
And you were feeling good. It's like amazing how many of us come to Nikken because we have a need.
Yes.
But how brilliant is it to come to Nikken to prevent a need? And that's, what I've actually been doing with the Osteodenx, the Caldense, the lactoferrin gold, especially the nutrition. Well, actually everything in Nikken is prevention, but a lot of people say, oh no, I'm good. Well, today, but let's plan for the future because we do keep getting older and things do keep happening. And to be able to bounce back this quickly and to not seriously have gotten injured that's priceless.
I love Patty Bach and her story too, because she thought about it as preventative, because nothing was wrong with her. So she got it for her dad, who did have issues, but it helped her to be able to give one of her kidneys to her brother. That's amazing. And the stories that she tells about, how the doctors were looking at her and saying, your body's like about 10 years younger than you are, for the norm across the board. So
it's smart.
I can't say enough for all of us and all of our technologies. Yes, they're so much fun to show people, and to have and to just share them, to just play with them.
While Linda was recovering from her fall, Ramon had a fall. She was coming out of a theater which had raised seats to go to the aisle. We wanted to leave a few minutes early from a presentation or a play that we had seen, so the hall was still dark. She went to the end of the row and didn't realize it was 2 steps down, thinking the floor was at the same level as the seat level, and just went head over heel, went crashing into the seats on the opposite side of the aisle, and ended up almost on somebody's lap, and then rolled on her back and was literally just rolling down the aisle because of the steepness of it. And we were up at our daughter's cottage up in the Laurentians with limited Nikken technology. But what we did have served us very well. Number one was the Cocoon, because we take that when we travel. So Ramona immediately wrapped herself in the cocoon and then put ice on her knee and on her arm to try and reduce some of the swelling. Then I put the tape on and some wraps, and the next morning got up and we're looking at her arm, and where we put the tape on her arm, there was no blue marks, but everywhere around where we did not put the tape, there was bruising. So we immediately put the tape on that part too. We didn't think that she had hurt her arm as much, but next day there was a bruise, probably the size of a...
You mean the black and blue mark?
A black and blue mark, yes. A bruise, a black and blue mark, you know, the size of a grapefruit. So that was our experience. We immediately came back to town the next day to start using the technologies, and a lot of the things that you were enumerating for yourself, we did as well, including the CM cream and all of it. How do you feel about it now?
I feel great, but
Ramon's like, I'm not ready to be on camera yet this morning, but thank you. I feel great.
yeah. The first thing that came to mind when we came out of the theater, I was like you, Linda, I was just in shock. I'm saying to myself, what happened? Like, how could it happen? You know, I'm just like so cold. I got into the car and I said to Charlie, do we have any technology? I kept, you know, what do we have? What do we have? And all we had in the car was a wrap. Ankle wrap. I said, give me the ankle wrap, because my knee was just hurting so bad. When I put the wrap on, I could feel the tingling. It was like a machine was working on the knee, and all I had was a wrap. I thought, this is
not slid on, but just laid on.
Just laid on, and then I said, give me your soles, because my wrists were so sore. So here I'm holding the soles with my hands, and with one hand put it on one knee to make sure that it stays, so I can kind of feel all this electricity working on me as we're going back to the cottage to get more supply, more things to help me out. But like you, Linda, I was in shock. I'm saying, how can this happen to me? I'm so cold. Like, what's going on? But the most amazing was the knee. Right away when I put that on, like within a minute or two, I could feel electricity working on the knee. Just with a wrap.
Yeah, no electricity, no batteries.
No, no.
Just Kenkotherm fabric. That's all. Wow.
But I'm glad we traveled with a lot of technology. We always have some. So, and then with the Cocoon, it was really great too. So.
Yep, never leave home without technology. Well, I'm glad you're rapidly recovering too, and I'm going to end this recording.
Yes.
So thank you everyone for participating, and that we all have good news and getting better every day again.